everyone's joining. Today I'll be talking about my 5-star predictions. So I did this video last year, which I'll link in the corner in case you guys missed it. I just thought I'd do it again since I have, even though I have so many books that I think they're 5 stars, but I think these 10 books that I picked out will definitely be a 5-star read for me. But let's get to my 5-star prediction. So the first book that I think will be 5-star for me is Lake's Edge by Lyndall Clipstone, and this is about a girl whose brother possessed forbidden magic, and they end up in this mansion, and then they found out that they're not alone, and that's all I want to know about it. This sounds like a really perfect spooky read for me, and I just really love this cover, and I just think that this might be a 5-star read for me just because some spooky books has surprised me this year, so I just think this one will be a new 5-star book for me, and I predicted that, obviously. The next book that I think will be 5-star for me is Of Fire and Stars by Audrey Coulthurst. This is about a girl who's engaged to marry a prince, but then she falls in love with the prince's sister instead, and that's all I want to know about it. I know that I think a prequel to this book or a companion book, and then there was a sequel to this book came out, and I just haven't gotten to them because I haven't read this one, obviously, but it's been on my shelves for over 3 years, and I still think it's 5 stars for me just from when I purchased this, but I still think it'll be a 5-star read for me just because I love romances and books in general. And the next book that I think will be 5-star for me is Instructions for Dancing by Nicola Yoon. This is about a girl who is saying no to relationships whatsoever because she has bad experiences with relationships, and then she meets this guy in dancing class, and it's all I want to know about it. I've read Nicola Yoon's books before, and I really enjoyed them, and I hope this will be a 5-star for me just because, again, I like romances and books, but I haven't read contemporary books in a while, and I just hope this will be a 5-star for me just because I read books from this author before, and I really enjoy them, so I'm hoping this will end up a 5-star read for me. And the next book that I hope will be 5 stars is Unravel the Dusk by Melissa Lim. This is a sequel to I forgot the duology is called, but it's a sequel to Spin the Dawn, which I read last year, and I really enjoy it. This is a Mulan retelling where a girl is ending up taking her brother's place or father's place to be the Emperor's next tailor, and that's all I want to tell you guys from the synopsis. And of course, this is the second book in a series. That's why I'm giving you a synopsis of the first book. And I really enjoyed the first book so much that I just think this will be a 5 stars as well because I love the characters and I love the world, and I just think it will be 5-star for me. And just I haven't read this, and I just bought this book sometime this year, and I'm like, I want to read this because I think this will be 5 stars. So yeah. The next book that I think will be 5-star for me is Small Favors by Erin A. Craig, who's the author of House of Star and Sorrows, which I read earlier this year, and I really enjoyed it. This one, I'm not sure if it's a retelling of any fairy tales, but I know from this book it's a mystery, more of a regular YA mystery book, but I'm really excited to read this because I've heard nothing but good things about it, and I think it will be a 5-star book for me just because it's an author that I like, and it's also a book that I've heard nothing but good things about, so I do hope it's a 5-star read for me. And the next book that I hope it would be a 5-star for me is Soul of Sword by Julie Kagawa. This is the sequel to Shadow of the Fox, and I've read this 2 years ago now, and I do hope the sequel is a 5-star read for me. And from what I remember from the first book it's based on a Japanese mythology, which I really enjoyed about that, and from reading Shadow the Fox, it reminded me of one of my anime shows, which I love, and I do hope that this will be a 5-star read for me, and I hope we'll get more character development and world building, because I do really like the world from reading Shadow the Fox, and I do hope that this sequel will be a 5-star for me. And the next book that I'm hoping will be 5-star for me is Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber, who's the author of the Caraval series, which I love, and I was excited when she's releasing this book just because it takes place in the City World and it's Carnival, but she said that you don't have to read the Carnival series in order to read this one, but I think this will be a 5-star read for me just because I just love her world and I love the characters, and a lot of her books have a lot of fairy tale elements to it, and that's why I love about it, and I'm pretty sure in this one there's a lot of fairy tale elements in it as well. That's why I'm predicting it as 5 stars, and plus it's my most anticipated release of this year. The next book that I hope will be 5-star the 5-star read for me is If the Shoe Fits by Julie Murphy. This is her adult romance book that is a retelling of Cinderella, and that's all I want to know about it, and I just have heard nothing but good things about her books, and this is the first Julie Murphy book that I probably will end up reading, but this book just sounds really cute to me, and I'm just really excited about reading it. And there's some adult romance books that, yeah, this is an adult book, by the way, and I've read some that are like 5 stars, and there's some that were 4 stars, but I still enjoy them, but I do hope this one will end up a 5-star read for me just because I love a good retelling. Speaking of retellings, but the next book that I'm predicting as 5 stars is Stepsister by Jennifer Donnelly. This is the same author as Lost in a Book, which is somewhere on my shelves there, and I really loved it. And she has written Stepsister and Poison, which is a Snow White retelling, but this is a Cinderella retelling that is told by one of her stepsisters, which I'm really excited about, and I do hope this will be a 5-star read for me since I loved her previous book, which is Lost in a Book, which is like a Beauty and the Beast retelling, but it's taking place in the middle of the live-action movie, which I love. And this one, like I said, is a perspective of Cinderella's stepsister, which I'm really excited about, because you don't see a lot of fairy tale retellings that in a different perspective, which I think this will definitely be a 5-star for me just because it's from a different character's perspective. And the last book that I'm predicting 5 stars, and this one I have never heard anybody talk about in BookTube, which is The Supervillain and Me by Danielle Banas. I think that's how I pronounce the author's last name. But this is about a girl whose older brother is a superhero, and then she ends up being his nemesis, and she believes that he's not as bad as he seems, and I think she ends up falling in love with her brother's enemy, which sounds really interesting to me, and I haven't read many books that has superheroes in it before, so that's why I'm like, think this will be a 5-star read for me, just because I haven't heard many people talk about it in BookTube, and from picking it up at Barnes & Noble one day, I'm like, this really grabs my interest, so I definitely want to pick this up, and this is definitely a 5-star read for me, I'm predicting it 5 stars just because I like superhero stories and a different twist on a story in general. So that's all of my 5-star predictions. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up and comment down below what books that you predict as 5 stars. And if you haven't already, click the subscribe button and click the bell icon so you know when I post new videos. Also, you can follow me on social media like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Goodreads, which all links will be down below for you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!